Hello and welcome to my tutorial video for the Mystical Agriculture in the AOF3 mod pack. In this video, I will be covering the basics of the MK farmers from Industrial Revolution along with the seeds from Mystical Agriculture. For the basic setup of the farm, you will need any of the following. You will need one farmer MK, and it could be any one of the four. It can be MK1, MK2, MK3, MK4. It just depends on how fast you want your farm to be. Along with that, you will need the cables. I recommend using the MK cables from Industrial Revolution, but other cables from other packs work just as fine. You can also pair any of the cables with any of the MKs. For example, you can have MK1 farmer paired with an MK4 cable. Now for the actual farmland, you will have it set up just like you would normally in vanilla Minecraft. You would have a block of water surrounded by farmland. I recommend placing the water underneath the MK farmer just because that is the easiest setup, but you can do it however you wish. Now once you actually open up the farmer, you can see right here you can adjust the range, and this indicates how big you want your farm to be. And you can show how big it is by showing and hiding the range, which will show how big you need it to be. It can go all the way up to 10, which would look like this. Now you can do a farmland that is this big, 10 by 10 if you wish. However, I recommend doing something smaller just to save space and materials, because you can actually speed up the process and get more materials if you use growth accelerators. The first and the easiest one to get is Inferium. After that is Prudentium, then Tertium, Imperium, and then finally Supremium. They get progressively harder to obtain the higher you go, because only Inferium can be found and mined. The others you have to make. You cannot find them in the world, and they have to be made from Inferium. These blocks are used to speed up the growth rate of the plants by a significant amount, and I highly suggest using them because it truly makes a big difference. In order to use these, all you need to do is place a layer underneath the dirt in which you have the plants, and that simply will make it grow faster. However, you can add multiple layers, like these for example. You can truly add as many as you want. You can have hundreds of these layers, and an important thing to know is they do not need to be all of them. You can have 100 layers of just the Inferium, which is the easiest one to get. However, even one layer makes a huge difference. So if you have, say, 100 layers, then the plant would take literally 0.1 second to grow. Another thing that helps speed up the growth of your plants is using bone meal to act as fertilizer. All you do is right click on the soil, and it will make it fertilized farmland. In order to actually use the farmers, they need to be powered by an external source. The thing I recommend is just a solar panel. You can use any of them, however, I suggest using the Quantum Solar Panel from Tech Reborn, as it holds an extreme amount of energy that is enough to power at least a dozen of the farmers. These can be connected through the cables of any kind, and like I said, one quantum solar panel can power up to dozens of farmers. So over here I have an example set up. I have a charged farmer MK1 along with a 1x1 farmland, and underneath I have 2 layers of Supremium, and so you can see it grows at a pretty significant rate. All you need to do to get started is get seeds to actually be used with the farmer. To do this, you use an infusion altar paired with infusion pedestals. The setup for this is very easy, and it gives you instructions of how you do it. Once you place the infusion altar, it will display where you put each pedestal. So you can see right here, it shows you exactly where to place it. And then it also tells you the exact recipe needed for each seed. Every recipe will need a prosperity seed base in the middle, and the surrounding pedestals will vary based on the recipe. So this is what a diamond recipe would look like. So to place it down, all you need is to place it what it tells you to do. And then you use redstone to activate it. And then you have your diamond seed. And then you go over to your farmer MK, and it will do all the work for you. All you have to do is place the seed in the input area, and it will automatically place them in the surrounding area. So you can see here in this one that I have got going, it is already producing a bunch of the iron seeds and essence. You will also get fertilized essence along with your drop. The point of the farmer is for you to not have to do any of the work. It automatically does everything for you. That includes the planting and the harvesting. So once the plant is ready to harvest, it'll automatically be harvested and deposited in this output section. And so this section will fill up, and you can leave it filled. However, you will have to empty it over time, or else once it is completely filled, it will no longer produce anything. However, an easy way to get around that is to attach a chest to the farmer. For that setup, all you need is an item pipe, an item servo, and possibly a wrench. It is then set up like this. You just attach the item pipe to the side of the farmer, you attach any sort of chest on top, and you attach the item servo. Now when you have the chest attached, it should automatically start filling up with the harvested seeds. However, sometimes it may not work, and the solution to this is having a wrench. All you need to do is right click the farmer MK1 a few times, and then you will see everything that was in the output section is then deposited into the chest. And so over time you will see the chest will start filling up instead of that output section. Just like that. So that just went up. So basically you keep essentially rotating the farmer until you see this little upside down L basically. And that is when the items will start naturally flowing into the chest. And then the only thing you would manually have to do over time is empty out this chest once it fills up. So that is all for my tutorial on the Mystical Agriculture along with the Industrial Revolution packs from AOF3. Please let me know if you have any other questions or comments about these packs. I would be glad to cover it, and thank you for watching.